Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Week 6 of the NFL season is here, so it is time for my weekly NFL predictions. If you enjoy my content, make sure you do like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. And with that being said, let's get to my Week 6 NFL predictions. Alright, and as always, we start with the previous week recap. So the Colts beat the Broncos in overtime. What an absolute shit game. Nobody should have been watching this. They should have apologized to us for having to watch this game. No offense, it was just terrible. Giants beat the Packers overseas. That was not what I expected. I expected the Packers to come out and win that game, but unfortunately, they just couldn't do it. Bills and Steelers, I kind of expected a little bit more from Kenny Pickett in his first career start, but Bills were too much. Chargers Browns, it turned out to be a good game. The Browns definitely lost this one. They should have kicked that field goal and won this game. Chargers struggle bus right now because of injuries. Next, the Vikings beat the Bears. So the Bears are just not great. And I feel like the Vikings play down to the level of whoever their opponent is. So it's a little close of a game, but I still think the Vikings are pretty good. Patriots Lions. So the number one scoring offense in the Lions shit themselves. They just did not show up to this game whatsoever. And Patriots with, I think, a third string quarterback now, they won. So good for them. Saints beat the Seahawks. I didn't expect much from this game. Taysom Hill kind of just ran over my Seahawks. So my poor guys, but yeah, it happens. Jets beat the Dolphins. Yeah, without Tua, like I said, I just don't expect the Dolphins to do much. Jets look pretty decent with Zach Wilson. I definitely feel like they believe in him, as opposed to Joe Flacco and other backups. Next to the Buccaneers and the Falcons, this game should not have been this close. If there's not a roughing the passer penalty, that kind of like a phantom penalty in my opinion, I think the Falcons come back and win this game, but oh well. Titans and Commanders. Titans, I don't know how this game was as close as it was. Commanders are bad. Did you guys see Ron Rivera throwing Carson Wentz under the bus? That was some shit. Yeah, these two teams are bad. So anyway. Texans beat the Jaguars. I got that one wrong. Jaguars, how do you not score more than 6 points? I don't understand. Like, this is 2 weeks in a row. You guys are just not showing up. So y'all need to figure your shit out, okay? Because I like you, Jacksonville. Definitely. Niners, Panthers, typical. Exactly what I expected to happen. I heard Baker Mayfield is injured, so that will factor into my picks for this week. Cowboys beat the Rams. Rams are bad right now, man. They need to figure it out immediately. Cowboys still chugging along. I'm not sure if Dak comes back this week, but oh well. Eagles beat the Cardinals. Again, this game should have gone to overtime. Cardinals just don't know how to clock manage at the end. Eagles, I don't know. Eagles just don't look as ferocious to me right now, as maybe to other people, but yeah, I'm just not sold whatsoever on the Eagles. Ravens beat the Bengals. Man, this game was bad. And the Ravens just can't hold a lead, apparently, because they were up by, I think, 10 at some point in this game, and they won by 2 for some reason. But yeah, and Chiefs beat the Raiders. If it's Madden, I'm going for it 100% of the time to go up by a point. But this is a real life, man. You gotta tie the game, in my opinion. But Chiefs got the job done. So okay, and after all that, my record on the week was 11-5, pretty dang good. First time going positive by a lot. But yeah, doing super good. My record after week 5 is 42-37-1. That one tie always haunts me and I hate it. But yeah, doing pretty decent. All right, and next is my weekly NFL rankings. Coming in at number 5, we have the Baltimore Ravens. I think the Ravens are pretty good, but I just think in tight situations, I do believe in this team. I know they just lost to the Dolphins and the Bills, and you can say whatever you want about that, but I still think the Ravens are still above most of the other teams, especially the NFC. NFC is a shit show, man. So, but yeah, right now I got the Ravens right there. Next, I got the Cowboys. Cowboys, yeah, I honestly just got to give them credit. They're looking really good. They're doing a lot of good stuff. So yeah, I got the Cowboys at 4. I'm not sure when Dak's going to come back, but we'll see. Okay. This defense looks damn good though. Next to the Bills, might be a controversial pick, but yeah, I think the Bills are still like I have right here, top 3 team in the league. I just think they're a damn good team, and I expect them to continue to be as good as they are. They do play the Chiefs this week, so that might mess up my rankings, but we'll see. Next to the Eagles, I think the Eagles are the best team in the NFC as of right now, but that's not saying much. I think the NFC is hot garbage right now. There's not an NFC team out there that I'm looking at and I say to myself, oh, I can see them winning the Super Bowl. Definitely not. It definitely doesn't feel that way. It definitely feels like an AFC year. So, yeah. And number one, no shock. It should not come to a surprise to anybody. Kansas City, I think Kansas City is so good. Their defense still gives me questions for sure, but still, I just think the Chiefs' offense is so dynamic and it's not one-dimensional anymore. And I just think the Chiefs are the best. So, yeah, that's my top 5 rankings. All right, and before we get to the picks for the week, these are the teams that are on buys. So we will not be talking about any of these teams. They just don't exist this week. All right, and we will get to our first pick, which is Thursday Night Football, the Washington Commanders at the Chicago Bears. So personally, I still think the Commanders are a bottom 5 team. They're not good whatsoever, man. And I just, especially hearing Ron Rivera shit talk his own QB. I know he went back and apologized after, but yeah, he just can't be doing that as a head coach. And he's been a head coach for a long time. So yeah, like I said, I just don't understand. The Bears aren't awful, but they're not good. So I just don't know what to make of them. Do they keep Allen Robinson? I don't know. I don't think he wanted to be there anymore. It just didn't feel like a good fit. But they just have no top tier wide receivers, no run game, and their offensive line just doesn't exist. They just kind of just fall over at the beginning of every single play. And yeah, I think this team is just set up for failure every week. I just don't think the organization has built this team to be good, but yeah, what can you say? This game's kind of a toss-up for me. I'm going to give it to the Commanders. I think the Commanders come out and they shoot to win on this one. And they beat the Bears 24-23. That's my prediction for this one. All right, now we start on the early window of games. No London game this week, but we have the San Francisco 49ers at the Atlanta Falcons. So I think the Niners are a damn good team. I think they're good in every single facet of the game, apart from quarterback, and that's just because I'm not 100% sold on Jimmy G quite yet. I just can't pull the trigger on him being the best option for the 49ers right now. But that defense is damn good. Next, we'll talk about the Falcons. Falcons have no run game at all without Cordell Patterson. He's kind of the heart and soul of this team. I just don't think they can win without him. And like I said, I just think he really carries the team, especially when, the refs aren't throwing phantom roughing the passer penalties. Odd. That's really odd. I think Mariota isn't a bad backup. I just don't know if he's the playmaker that they need. That being said, I do have the Niners winning this one. I have the Niners 38, Falcons 28. I would not be surprised if this game was less scoring from the Falcons and more scoring from the Niners too. So, but yeah, I got the Niners in this one. Our next game is the New England Patriots at the Cleveland Browns. So I think the Patriots, you couldn't have had a better week last week. They shut down the number 1 offense, and it was crazy good for them. And I don't know, Bailey Zappi, maybe he takes over Mac Jones. I don't know. We'll see. Have to see when he comes back. I still think their offense is not great. But yeah, I think they can figure it out. Sorry if you can hear my tummy. I'm very hungry right now. Next, we'll talk about the Browns. So the Browns, I really can't blame Jacoby Brissett. He got them in position to win against the Chargers, and the kicker just shanked it for some damn reason. I don't understand. But yeah, it really sucks for them. I think Brissett's a good backup, and I think he's done more than what was asked of him, considering Deshaun Watson still isn't back yet. But yeah, I just think they need to continue to run the ball. Just keep running the ball. You have 2 damn good running backs. Just keep running the ball, okay? And you'll win. I have the Patriots winning this one, though. It is a controversial pick, but I got that Patriots 34, Browns 31. That might be a little high scoring, or at least I have it being high scoring. I would not be surprised if it's not this high scoring, but yeah, I'm on the Patriots Bailey Zappi train right now. Okay, and our next game is the New York Jets at the Green Bay Packers. So Packers, we'll talk about them in just a sec, but Jets, like I said, they look like a completely different team with Zach Wilson. He seems like their leader. They really rallied to him. I feel like they have found the guy for now. I'm not sure if he's the guy, but he's the guy for right now. But yeah, I just think they need to figure out their throwing offense a little bit more, because I think that all of their touchdowns last week were against the Dolphins were rushing touchdowns. So they need to figure out their offense a little bit more. And yeah, I can see this team sneaking into the playoffs maybe. I guess we'll see. It's the Packers. How do you guys, how do you lose to the Giants? I don't understand. They have this two-headed backfield in Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon, and I don't understand why they don't run the ball more. It just doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, I think this loss was on Rodgers, man. You were 2 yards away from a first down, and you can say whatever you like. Those two passes getting batted down, those are both on Aaron. I understand if you get one batted, but you get both batted and the game's over. That's kind of shitty. Nevertheless, I have the Packers winning this one. I don't really trust the Jets right now, but yeah, I got the Packers 31, Jets 30. I would not, sorry, my camera's a little bit in the way here, but I would not be surprised if the Packers lose this game. Packers just don't look great right now. All right, and our next game is the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Indianapolis Colts. So Jaguars they have not had an offense the past 2 weeks, and I don't understand why. They have so many dynamic players on their team, and I just don't see them doing anything against teams that they should be beating. But yeah, what can you do? And also, other than throwing the ball away, like literally, Trevor Lawrence is just an interception machine, it seems like, which I understand. He's trying to do everything for the team, and he needs to just pull it in a little bit, and they need to figure this offense out. That being said, the Colts, man, what an absolute snooze fest last week. I just don't think this team is anything without Jonathan Taylor, and I don't expect them to be anything here. And I'm not sure if Jonathan Taylor's actually coming back for this game, but yeah, I think this team is in absolute rebuild mode. The only thing they have is Jonathan Taylor. Everything else, it's like a fucking flea market. Just send it out. We don't need it. And yeah, I got the Jags winning this one. Jags 27, Colts 20. I would not be surprised if this was a little bit closer. Yeah, definitely got the Jags in this one. All right, and our next game is the Minnesota Vikings at the Miami Dolphins. So Vikings, like I said, they look good. They don't blow you away in any facet of the game. But I think they can get those wins. And that's all that really matters at the end of the day. But like I have written here, just keep giving Justin Jefferson the ball. Do like jet sweeps, do screens, do anything. Just get this guy the ball. He is so dynamic and such a good playmaker. I don't understand how he's just not like the center point of their offense all the time. Dolphins, no Tua, no wins. I just don't see this team doing anything with those backup QBs. Even Teddy Bridgewater. I don't see this team doing anything. Their defense is pretty good. I'll give it to them there for sure. But yeah, I just don't think this team can do anything until Tua comes back, which I'm not sure when that's going to be. So I do have the Vikings winning this one. Vikings 34, Dolphins 24. I would not be surprised if the Dolphins did not score 24 points though. So yeah, this one's gonna be tough for the Dolphins. All right, and our next game is the Cincinnati Bengals at the New Orleans Saints. I don't know why I said Orleans so weird, but Bengals, once again, their offensive line just did not play well, and that's kind of just the story of their season. If their offensive line plays well, I think they win majority of their games. That being said, I just think they just aren't as explosive as they were last year, and I just don't see them being as dynamic as they were last year. And I know I'm using dynamic a lot this week just because you need to see those from those Super Bowl caliber teams, and I'm just not seeing it from the Bengals. Like, I just don't see them as good as they were last year. The Saints are the biggest gadget team I have ever seen in my whole life. They just feed the ball to Taysom Hill, and they win games. It's just that simple. Well, they win games against bad teams, and I'm saying it. My Seahawks bad team right now. That being said, yeah, I think if you stop Taysom Hill, and I don't think they have their starting quarterback coming back, James Winston, this week. So, yeah, if you stop Taysom Hill, this team kind of just sucks. So I do have the Bengals winning this one. I got the Bengals 24, Saints 20. I would not be surprised if this was a little bit closer. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if the Saints won, but we'll see. I got the Bengals in this one. Okay, and our next game is the Baltimore Ravens at the New York Giants. This game might be sneaky good for some reason. So the Ravens, Justin Tucker's the best kicker in the game. Like I said, I had him in fantasy this week. He's on my fantasy roster, but man, he is just so damn good. And this is why I spend a 3rd round pick every single year in fantasy to get him. He is the best kicker in the league, probably ever. But yeah, I just think the Ravens offense is so inconsistent. I think they really, really need to go get another wide receiver for Lamar, and I'm kind of leaning towards Odell. Maybe somebody else, but as of right now, I think Odell's maybe the best option. But yeah, I just think they are extremely one-dimensional, and like I have written here, the dimension is Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson is the only way this team wins, which I know he's the starting franchise quarterback or whatever, but still, they need to pay that man. Next, let's talk about the Giants. So I don't understand how this team is 4-1, and I'm not sure how long they can continue playing as mistake-free as they have. But yeah, they're getting the job done. I don't trust Daniel Jones still, but yeah, I think if they had a tier 1 quarterback, like maybe if you give this team Lamar, maybe we're going to the Super Bowl. I don't know, but yeah, I just don't know. This game's kind of a toss-up for me, but I am sorry, my colors are off, but I have the Ravens winning this one. Ravens 27, Giants 23. Would not be surprised if the Giants put up even bigger of a fight in this one, but yeah, as of right now, I got the Ravens in this one. Okay, and our next game is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Pittsburgh Steelers. So Tampa, I think they're looking a lot better with their wide receivers back. I'm still not sold on this team kind of at all, especially against the better quality opponents, just like I have written here. But I think a banged up Steelers team is going to be a pretty good match for them, and they can try and get more things implemented in the playbook and just get on the same page with all the players that were out now coming back. And the Steelers, so I was talking to my barber about this. Why would you put Kenny Pickett as his first career start against the onslaught that is the Buffalo Bills defense? I just don't understand that logic. But this team's 1-4 for a reason. They're not good. They are banged up, and I think they should have just started Kenny Pickett at the beginning of the year. I know they made promises to Mitchell Trubisky and whatever, but I'm in this league to win. If I was in the league, I'd be in the league to win. So you got to do whatever gives you the best opportunity to win, and I think that is Kenny Pickett, but not right now. I just don't think he can learn the offense that quickly, but I'm just being like objective, just talking about it. I just don't think he'll be able to learn the offense that quickly. So I do have the Buccaneers winning this one. I got the Buccaneers 30, Steelers 19. I will be shocked if the Steelers get past 19 points. I will say that. Buccaneers in this one, big. Okay, and our next game is the Carolina Panthers at the LA Rams. So personally, I called it. I called it on the Carolina, man. They fired Matt Rule. Baker got injured. I'm not sure if he would have been the starter anyway. I think he's played like ass. I think it's time to see something new for this team. It's just not good. I was watching Nick Wright's podcast, and he mentioned this team needs to just sell everything, get draft picks, sell Christian McCaffrey, sell DJ Moore, and just get rid of everybody. Anybody who's not on contract, just get rid of them. Or everybody who's on contract, get rid of them. Just restart this team and just figure it out. As with the Rams, I don't understand how the Rams are as bad as they are, man. It just doesn't make sense for them to be this bad. They have so many great players, and I feel like I say it every single week. It's just this team should be better than what their record is. I think Matt Stafford just needs to stick around after practice, maybe have a Saturday practice or something like that, and just get a rapport with Allen Robinson. He needs to figure out another receiver besides Cooper Kupp, because right now their whole offense is Cooper Kupp. I know you can't stop him, but he can't single-handedly beat you every single week or win games for you every single week is what I meant to say. But I think the Panthers are really, really bad. This could be a trap game, but I'm not counting on it. I got the Rams winning this one. I got the Rams 27, Panthers 17. Like I said, I have absolutely no faith at all in the Panthers. All right, and now we have the Arizona Cardinals at the Seattle Seahawks. So the Cardinals, I just think they have poor clock management, game management, coaching. I just feel like this team does not know a single thing that they're doing, and it's very, very apparent. But yeah, I don't think their defense is bad. They just have their moments, and they did lose a lot of great players like Chandler Jones. So it does suck in that regard. However, I think if they can get their offense under control, this team won't be as bad. Next, let's talk about my Seahawks. So Seahawks have a zero defense, like none, like none. Absolutely not a single defensive player is ever on the field. I've never seen them. They're bad. It's just bad. I don't know what to say. Their offense looks great, and Geno's looking like the best quarterback in the league right now. But yeah, I do expect Kyler to run for 100+ yards in this game. And yeah, I don't expect the Seahawks to win this one. I got the Cardinals. Cardinals 31, Seahawks 20. I'd be shocked if the Cardinals stop at 31. Maybe they'll go 34, 35. Maybe they'll just run it up. I don't know. Our defense just lets people do shit like that. So, oh well. Yeah, I got the Cardinals in this one. All right, now we have the game of the week, in my opinion. The Buffalo Bills at the Kansas City Chiefs. I definitely think this game should have been either Monday night or Sunday night, so I don't understand why it's not. But I think the Bills are looking pretty decent. You know, they got a really good win against the shit Pittsburgh Steelers, but still, I think the Bills just do less bad things than their opponents. However, I think they have played lesser opponents as of recent, except for the Ravens, I would say. But yeah, I think Josh Allen is kind of just the key. I think if you continue to rely on his arm, I think this team's going to be great. I don't like when he runs the ball. I'm just afraid he's going to get smacked one of these days, and it's going to be a lot harder to get up. So yeah, I think he will pick this Chiefs defense apart though with their passing game. So I'm very high on the Bills in this one. Next, let's talk about Chiefs. Chiefs defense is their only problem, in my opinion. I just don't trust them. Their defense is just not good. And yeah, I think it's good enough to win those regular season games. But when it comes down to the playoffs, it's just going to be really tough for them. And I think the Raiders did show a really good formula on how to beat this team. And it's the same formula that Tampa showed in the Super Bowl against the Chiefs. Make Patrick Mahomes uncomfortable. And this team kind of just crumbles. So I'm going with the Bills here. I got the Bills 27, Chiefs 24. I would not be surprised if this goes into the 30s, but yeah, as of right now, I got the Bills beating the Chiefs. All right, now we are on to Sunday Night Football. It is the Dallas Cowboys at the Philadelphia Eagles. So Cooper Rush is 5-0 in his career, but I'll be honest, I'm just not sold on him right now. I think this Eagles team is going to be a great test for Cooper Rush and this Cowboys offense to figure out what they actually are. That being said, I'm not sure when Dak's coming back. I'm not sure if you want Dak to come back, but as of right now, Cooper Rush seems like the guy for them in this situation. And I feel like his team really rallies behind him, so I'm kind of leaning towards Cooper Rush for this team. As for the Eagles, I think the Eagles definitely need to come prepared this week because this is going to be their biggest battle so far. And the Eagles, they kind of just get a lead and hold that lead for the game. And that's kind of it. And then that's how they've won their games, except for the Jacksonville game. That was an outlier for sure. But yeah, I think they have the best wide receiver tandem in the entire league with A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. They have a third wide receiver. I'm just spacing on his name right now. But yeah, I think as long as Jalen Hurts takes care of the ball, I think this team is damn great. That being said, I have the Cowboys winning this one. I have the Cowboys 27, Eagles 24. This one's a toss-up for me. I think both these teams are pretty good, but yeah, I'm going with the Cowboys on this one. Okay, now we're on the final game of the week. It is Monday Night Football. It is the Denver can't score a touchdown Broncos versus the LA Chargers. Broncos are bad. How are the Broncos in prime time every single week? How? They are awful. Put that Bills-Chiefs game right here where this game is, because this game should not be here. And I'm not talking shit on the Chargers. You know, Chargers are good or whatever, but the Broncos should not be here. They should never be in prime time for the rest of the season, unless they're 12 wins or whatever, which that's not happening. Anyway, they have no offense whatsoever. Their coaching seems very incompetent, and Russ just looks awful. And I know they said he's injured, which I'm not saying he's not injured, but it's like, ooh, real convenient saying he's injured now. Maybe that's the excuse for why he's playing bad. I don't care. Anyway, this team is awful. I just don't like watching them. Next to the Chargers, I think the Chargers offense still gets the job done. Like I said, this team is riddled with injuries, and I'm not sure how many players they're going to be getting back anytime soon. But yeah, I think this team can be really great once it is completely healthy. That being said, I have the Chargers winning this one. I got the Chargers 31, Broncos 20. I'd be shocked if the Broncos got to 20 points. All right, everybody, that will do it for my Week 6 NFL prediction video. If you enjoyed, make sure you do like and subscribe and share the video with your friends. Was there anything you agreed with me? Anything you disagreed with me? Let me know in those comment section down below. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.